There we go. We are now live.
Now draw her fighting Goku.
No, I won't.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Got a brand new campaign starting up with a bunch of brand new faces. Let's just make sure everything's running well. Yep, that is all on. Streamer dead. Forgore one. Who I forgore?
You for Gore?
What I forgore?
Him confirmed.
What?
He, him confirmed.
Oh, I did set T to he, him. Oopsie. Because your
Wow.
character's name is Devin.
Wow.
Devin.
Wow.
That was the Y, so you
My-
know it's nice.
My bad. Let me put you to she, shim.
This is acceptable.
We go. So, we got a bunch of brand new faces here today. We're going to go ahead and go through and introduce you guys one by one, as well as your characters, once we get started. Where did my book go? My book doesn't open in Edge anymore, so I lose track of it easily.
Ew.
I know. I hate Edge, but the fact that it was different from my other stuff made it easy to keep track of.
That's valid.
There we go. So, our story takes place in the region of Westamar, a land that has gone through a lot in the past 2 decades. The main city of Westamar, Drakkenheim, was struck by falling eldritch stars, practically wiping it off the map overnight. Shortly after that, there was a large civil war between King von Kessel's remaining heirs for who would rule over the city and who would bring it back to its former glory. That fighting lasted about 10 years. The current day is about 15 years after the Night of Falling Stars. And we find 5 strangers, 5 adventurers, all with their own reasons for making their way to the city of Drakkenheim. But they've all found themselves meeting up at the same spot, as there is a merchant who is bringing goods to the city of Emberwood. That's what it was. The village of Emberwood, outside the walls of Drakkenheim. One of the only settlements within 100 miles of the city walls, as everything closer slowly falls to corruption. Our story begins in the city of... which one was it? The city of Altberg, if you take a look at the map here. As the city of Anspin and the city of Tonsberg both ended up falling to the corruption, making Altberg and Landhelm the closest 2 cities to Drakkenheim. The closest 2 large cities, at the very least. In the Altberg Market District, it is a very busy day. There are many market stalls open. There is, for some reason, music crashing once again. I don't know what's happening there. I'm gonna try to fix that real quick. Why are you like this? If it crashes again, we're just gonna go without for now.
It was me, Barry.
I believe you.
I crashed your music when you were with that girl.
I ruined your vibes.
I overcooked your microwaved pizza.
How dare you? Yes, the market district is very busy right now, with a bunch of different stalls open and people rushing around. And what stands out to you all is a wagon with two workhorses that you were told to meet at in front of a general store with a pretty thin frame, very lean person in their 40s. A woman with shoulder-length brown hair under a leather cap, wearing a shabby woolen jacket and well-worn slacks. A woman by the name of Erin Marlowe, who originally posted the posters asking for assistance for guides to Drakkenheim. And as she's kind of getting everything loaded up onto the cart and sees these 5 strangers walking up, just puts her hands on her hips, looks among you all. Well, you all stand out like sore thumbs. I'm going to assume that you're my guides.
Well, yeah, that's what I came here for.
Would seem to be the case.
I suppose we are.
Fantastic. My name is Erin Marlowe. I am making just a normal journey to Drakkenheim, trying to drop off some goods at Emberwood Village. They've been needing supplies for a few days since they can't really grow anything there anymore. And unfortunately, the last group of guards I hired skipped out on me. So I'm in a bit of a desperate situation right now, which is why I am willing to pay high coin for you all to come with me. 25 gold a head.
That's quite a bit, actually. I'll take it.
And
Level one moment.
Are we expecting any company along the way? Is this a treacherous route?
Well, the journey there and back is going to take us around 5, maybe 6 days. Well, the journey there. Once we get there, if you guys decide to stay, that's all up to you. I wouldn't be too surprised if we end up getting jumped. See, there's a lot of little ruins, not ruins, like abandoned cities between here and there, abandoned villages. That there have been some people just kind of squatting in them. So it'd be best to be on your guard. But I'm sure it's nothing you guys can't handle. It's just some bandits, you know. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I've dealt with bandits before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, you gotta drive them off the farm sometimes when they try to take the cows.
Gotcha. Yeah, they kind of do that. It's not the nicest thing ever, but you know, people gotta eat, but they're not taking my payday.
Certainly not if we can help it.
So let's go down the line and everybody introduce yourselves. You know, let's be friends. Let's start with, and she kind of just rubs her hand on her chin as she looks at you all. And I'm going to go down the line here. Ajuri, please go ahead and describe your character and then introduce yourself.
So Aduri is a average-looking, probably a little more on the athletic side, human female. Carries around a sword that appears to be of a different variety from ones you would see normally. It looks almost like a carved wooden board with strange obsidian teeth for blades. And her armor is a lighter variety of scale mail that covers mostly her shoulders. She has shoulder-length braided and wavy brown hair with a couple of nice little feathers braided into there. She seems to be of the more upbeat variety, and seems like she's definitely done simple work like this before. And I myself, I can be known as either Talos or Charles, depending on who is speaking to me. I might be new to the streams here for people that have seen his streams before, but I have known Mr. DM for a very long time, and I feel like we are good friends.
Yeah, you'd like to think that.
Buzzer wrong.
Yeah, I have known pretty much everybody in this chat at least 5 years. When we get to him, Luke was actually my very first DM. But the rest of these guys are people that I started to actually learn D&D with.
Was I really?
You were. Yeah, that session that lasted, that game that lasted 2 sessions after Ricky tried to TPK us for a Tressum, and we spent 2 hours lowering a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, we didn't pop your D&D cherry. I feel sad.
Nope. Get fucked, bozo.
You treasured that, man. You treasure it.
El Bozo.
Rip bozo indeed.
Rip Bozo.
So, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? What makes you so qualified to guard something as valuable as goods to a very small town?
Oh, I can use the sword. I have armor, and you put the flyer out for anybody to sign up, so I figured I'd throw my shot in there. Yeah, I've been in the area at least, you know. I've been to Emberwood. Actually, grew up there. Little people know.
Oh, really? So it's kind of like a little homecoming thing for you. Probably should warn you if you haven't been back recently. Like it used to be. It's
It
not.
really isn't.
It's
I've,
not.
I've heard tales. It's bad.
Yeah. Speaking of tales, hi. And she's just going to look at Kessith, I think. Please go ahead and, since you've been here for quite a while, go ahead and describe yourself and your character for us.
Ah, yes. Kasith is a hairless sphinx-like tabaxi. He is a lunar cleric from a homebrew. He was essentially from a line of butlers and upper maids that basically all died whenever Drakkenheim got fucked over. He's probably like the last of family because he was set off to a temple for some type of moon goddess or god, whatever that's really in this world. You know?
Yeah.
But he's like the classic kind of, it's a little edgy, I guess, but the anime butler protector kind of motif, if that makes sense. Kind of like the
Simple,
old school,
really.
what butlers were protectors when you're not doing things, such a thing.
It's quite simple, really. I'm just one hell of a butler.
Yes, exactly.
All right. And, yeah, what are you doing here? Don't really see all that many of your kind out this way, but, you know, could come in handy.
Yes. I'm heading back towards that area anyway for somewhat of a pilgrimage, let's say. Figure might as well take the job. Because
Ooh,
2 birds, 1 stone. Always need a little bit more coin.
pilgrimage. Are you one of those Silver Flame guys?
No, I'm trying to remember. Did I actually choose that? Oh, I didn't.
The Silver Flame are the ones who want to burn Drakkenheim to the ground and rebuild something new on top of it.
Oh, no. More of pilgrimage of, from there. That's where my blood lied before. And my past house was there as well, that's it.
Oh, look at that! 2 homecomings. That's interesting. Huh. I don't know if I've ever had 2 people going back home on one of these trips, but you know what? What could go wrong? And what about you? And she is going to kind of look down towards the rain.
Yeah. Thrain Stonehammer is a stout and rugged hill dwarf, typical of his kin. He stands at a compact 4 feet tall with a sturdy build that reflects his dwarven heritage. His skin is weathered from years of toiling at the forge, and his hands bear the calluses of a skilled blacksmith. Thrain's beard, a source of pride for any dwarf, is a thick cascade of chestnut brown, adorned with intricate braids and small metal clasps. It falls to his chest and is meticulously groomed as a reflection of his family's commitment to tradition and craftsmanship. His eyes are a deep shade of brown, exuding determination, and he is dressed in durable, well-maintained leather armor. He carries a hand axe on his back, and a sturdy backpack as well, containing his tools for both crafting and adventuring. And he also has a pendant of Moradin on his on his neck. Yeah, I'm actually haven't been back since before the fall, so I'm here for my own personal reasons to see the city.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you got stuff to hide, you don't have to tell me. I guess personal reasons is a fine enough excuse.
I'm looking for something and someone.
Gotcha. A lot of people who go to Drakkenheim are. Usually ends in tragedy, but, you know, closure, at the very least.
Very true.
And what about... Let's see. You look... I'm not trying to be offensive. You look terrifying. As she just kind of, like, looks to Devin.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point. Devin is a young woman, mid to late 20s, deep blue eyes, pale skin, kind of a medium brown hair that's cut somewhat short, just kind of the nape of the neck. A little bit of a side shave. Sorry for background noise, my cat is losing his mind.
Georgie.
Thank you, George. We appreciate your input.
Mm-hmm.
She has a tattoo across her right shoulder, flowers and ivy and vines that crawls down her upper arm. Simple. Yeah, shut up. Simple clothes. Tunic, some pants. No discernible weapons on her, just her backpack. I mean, I'll be completely honest, I just need the money.
That's the kind of honesty I appreciate. Alright, fair enough. And, what about... Oh, that cat's really cute. What about you? What are you doing here? Looking to Milo. I think Milo?
Yeah, Milo or Milo, either one's fine. I don't quite know. I'm horribly depressed. I have college tuitions to pay up, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Okay, so I just want to be, like, clear about something. When I said that I appreciated her honesty, that didn't mean you had to tell me all of that.
It's fine. I can cast some spells.
Oh, well, you'll be very handy.
I can heal, I can smith, I can cast spells, I can fight with a sword should I need to, and I'm probably the most heavily armored here.
Oh, alright then. What a little bunch of misfits we are, huh? Well, unless you guys want to, like, talk amongst yourselves, get to know each other, suppose we get on the road.
Let's hit it.
Sounds good to me.
Alright then.
Yeah, things like this, the less you get to know each other, the better at the start.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's also really boring. But, you know, I'm not gonna fault you on it.
If you want something interesting, my cat's name is Kibbles.
That's the greatest, thank you. That's a good name. I like that name.
Thank you.
Out of character though, real quick. Looking at my character sheet, I'm like, why do I have two things said guided by faith? Like, oh, one's from my class and one's from my background. I just now noticed this.
God damn, that's a
It'd be like-
faithful cat.
Be like naming your kid Cheeseburger.
Right?
I'll have 5 Whoppers and 5 more Whoppers.
Sorry, I took a bite of my snack. I thought you were going to talk longer.
Was it a
Burger.
Whopper?
No, it's like a smoked sausage and a cheesesteak, like one of those Jack Links packs.
Oh, those are
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yup.
Also, I'm pretty sure I have more armor than you.
You do not. And you'll see she just takes off about 3 layers of clothes just to reveal scale mail underneath.
I have chainmail and a shield.
I also have a shield. And I'm probably better learned at the defensive fighting style than you.
Well then, good. You two can be up in front.
Indeed.
Fine with me.
Yeah, that is good.
I kind
Because
of...
if I have to get my hands dirty, then I might have to dock your pay.
Man, I walked right into that one. All right.
Alright. If you guys don't want to do any last minute shopping with any starting gold you had from backgrounds, then we will get on the road to Drakkenheim.
I have
I'd
0
buy-
gold.
Is there a mace or anything around I could buy? Something I could smack things with that's not a sword, just in case we have some skeleton problems.
So Altberg is a pretty big town. So a mace is very easy to find. You find a little blacksmith shop. Just kind of like a back alley kind of thing, nothing big name. And they are selling maces for 5 gold.
Cool. I will buy one.
Fantastic. And with that, we set out on the road to Drakkenheim. Let's see. The journey there is mostly quiet. It passes by without much incident. There are a couple of places where it looks like people have been jumped in the past, but a little bit of quick scouting easily gets you out of any kind of a trap that anybody might have set for you. After about 3 days of travel, the countryside turns dreary and desaturated. You pass many abandoned villages with dilapidated homes, crumbling farmsteads with sallow, empty fields and forests of dead trees. Thorny brambles and harsh scrub grass are all that grow along the mud-slick roads. Drizzling rain fills most days, and the wind howls at night. Aside from the creaking wagon wheels, you only hear the cawing of crows and your own conversations. Aaron does try to make conversation with you all, annoyingly so in almost every passing moment. You realize very quickly that she is possibly one of the most talkative people you have ever met. Whoops, I lost my spot. Her little caravan is surprisingly well put together, much better than it looks like on the outside. It is 2 draft horses, and is just packed full of trade goods like flour, salt, dried fruits, and preserved meats. And she seems very well prepared for this journey. Marlowe herself seems to pack a light crossbow, but as she told you before, if she has to get involved, then you're not doing your job properly and you might not get paid properly. On the fourth day, about, midday, probably 2 or 3 o'clock, you find yourselves in a small abandoned village. It's very quiet, eerily quiet.
Do I know what the
Um,
name of this village is?
No,
Can I make a history check to see if I know what the name of this village is?
no,
Oh,
it doesn't tell me. You don't get to know.
Dang.
it's eerily quiet here, don't you think?
It just means there's somewhere to sit, I think.
Hey, DM,
Yeah,
can I maybe investigate the area to see if there's something waiting for us?
sure thing. Roll me an investigation or a perception check.
Why would
Thanks,
you do
DM.
that?
8.
8. You don't see anything. However, let me drag you over to the map.
Are you looking for something down there?
Yes.
You guys are approaching from the south, next to the convenient dungeons of Drakkenheim.
Can I also roll a perception check?
You definitely can. And please also put yourself on the map.
Oh, can I assist since I know we're supposed to be looking for something now?
You can also roll one.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's to GM for some reason.
Yeah, it is also a natural 1. Addie doesn't see anything.
F.
Brain, you see a couple of people in the road up ahead. A man who looks pretty frail, a little bit on the younger side. A woman holding a bow, and a figure wearing a cloak.
I will point them out to the rest of the party.
Yeah, and
I
will
point
Kind of
backward.
quietly. Oh, hey, I'll like kind of do that thing where you like steer them around.
Uh-huh.
I know there's something. Oh.
You know, I think we should clear them out of the road.
Maybe we should try talking to them first.
I got it, guys. Don't worry. I'll take a couple steps forward.
Yeah, and as you step forward, one of them begins to call out. Excuse me! Excuse me!
Hello?
We're in desperate need of a little bit of assistance. The man
What did you
steps
need?
forward. We're on our way out from Drakkenheim. One of my friends got hurt. We were wondering if perhaps we could try to get some rest, and hopefully some well-meaning travelers would be able to look after us.
Oh dear. Well, unfortunately, we're on our way to Drakkenheim, so I don't think you want to go with us. But if you need something to take you on the road, I can help you out.
Oh dear. And the woman kind of steps forward and gives him a little shove. Come on. I told you. They don't want anything to do with us. We just need to go and deal with this ourselves. And the man standing behind them, wearing the heavy cloak, just kind of walks over and leans against the wall here, looking exhausted. You said that you're all heading into Drakkenheim.
Yeah, we're heading that way.
I'd be careful there if I was you. It's a damned place.
That's as the stories go, so I would expect it.
Is Marlo with us?
Marlo is with you.
Can I whisper to her? What would you like to do?
Well, I'm a little bit torn. Because on one hand, they look like they need some help, but on the other hand, we don't have a ton of time to spare.
Can I help you with supplies or anything?
Do you have anything that can heal?
I've got some rations. I don't have anything specific to that, though. Only some time can heal most wounds, I'd say.
Do you need healed?
My friend back there, Voss, he's not doing so well. We think he caught something in the ruins.
You mean
Uh,
like a cold?
Something a little bit worse than a cold, I'd say.
Have him step forward then, and I can heal him.
They turn around and, come on, Rickard. You can do this. We've made it this far. And the man kind of slowly steps forward. He is an older man, wearing like on the cloak that he's covered in, you can see a few medals that look like they were probably from the Civil War.
Can I maybe give an insight check to see if this man's faking it?
Sure thing.
Thanks. Insight. Ugh. Oh,
You're unable to read him. His body
I would like-
language looks like he is in pain.
I would like to walk up to him and offer him a shoulder to walk with.
Oh, thank you, dearie, but I'm not quite that old. Leave an old man some dignity.
Oh,
And he-
yes, but you looks like you have your leg hurt there. There's no reason to be bashful.
Being this close, you also see something dragging slightly behind him, underneath the cloak. It appears to be something kind of purple-ish, and dragging along the ground.
Oh, are you okay?
No,
Here,
not really.
stay there for a moment.
Okay.
Would you mind taking your cloak off?
I promise it's not going to hurt anyone.
Well, yes, but we need to at least see what we're dealing with.
He will remove the cloak, and first thing that you notice is once his face is uncovered, he was talking without opening his mouth. And when he does open his mouth, you can see that there is no tongue. It appears to have been cut out. And dragging behind him and kind of growing out of his veteran's clothes are a few tentacled limbs.
Edie
And-
will kind of grimace at that, but keep a hand on his shoulder. You're all right in the mind, though, yes?
I think so.
we all see this, right, DM?
Yes, you can plainly see that this man has some kind of a mutation going.
Can I make some sort of check to, like, see if I've read about this kind of stuff at the academy?
You can. Go and roll me a history check.
Thanks. 26.
Yeah, so, ever since the fall of Drakkenheim, there was a strange element left behind after the meteors hit. People have taken to calling it delirium. It is a greenish crystal. It has a lot of magic properties, but it also has the power to change people if they don't handle it properly. This looks like a possible delirium mutation.
Oh, you're too far gone for me to be able to help. What I can give you a little comfort, but I can't remove that. And I'm just gonna step forward and cast Cure Wounds on him, DM.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cure Wounds has no effect on him. It does not even seem to perk him up in any way.
Well, that's all I got.
And he'll like kind of turn and look towards the noble. All this for your fucking estate. I hope you're happy.
Well, yeah, there's no need to be so harsh towards him. I'm sure there was something going on. And she will rip part of her cloak off and kind of make uh, like a little hammock for the strange appendage. Put this in there so it at least doesn't drag along the ground. I'm sure it's not very pleasant.
As you're like trying to help him, he just continues to stare at the noble for a moment. And then his body goes limp.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's about to do something drastic?
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh.
You
yeah.
might want to step back. He might be DM, would I know if they transform with that history check from before?
There usually gets to a point where they can no longer really be considered human. And he looked like he was about ready to cross over that line.
He might be transforming into a non-good state, so you might want to step back.
I will stand there and just hold my shield up ready to defend, but I'm not attacking him.
Very well.
I will step between the soldier and Marlowe, kind of like a little dwarven shield.
Yeah, Marlowe is kind of like getting back in the wagon and getting ready to close the door as this man begins to change. And he immediately lashes out at the noble as I replace his token.
Oh, look at that spicy lad.
Spiky.
A pointy man. This
This
is...
certified initiative moment.
It will be after I see if the noble survives the first attack. Wow. That doesn't hit. Now it's an initiative moment.
I would also be familiar with this delirium, wouldn't I?
Roll me a history check. Delirium is a very common thing, but like not everybody really knows all of the effects. But like it's pretty common knowledge that it exists. You know that long-term exposure to delirium is a bad thing.
Okay, cool.
Initiative for the scout. And finally, initiative for the noble.
Wow, I actually got a good roll for once. Amazing.
You did.
Context
Alright.
for anyone watching, in all of my games that I've played in, I am inevitably cursed to roll shit either on initiative or on attacks. Usually it's attacks. So that 22 is probably going to be, if this game is like any of the other ones, the 22 is probably going to be one of my best rolls of the night.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
I forgot to change it. I have an advantage on initiative rolls, so I have a 15 instead of a 7 or a 9.
Do you know where to change it on your thing?
Yeah, I already got it. I just didn't do it before.
Yeah. All right. The first one to act is Devin.
Cool. Well, she is going to run up, because this thing needs to be dealt with quickly. I've got 30 feet of movement, so I can easily get there. Let's see here. Roll 20's new ruler system is annoying. So I can easily get there. As a clarification, she does have something that could be considered a weapon. She has a quarterstaff that she has basically just been using as a glorified walking stick. It's staying affixed to her back, and you notice that she's not using it. And I am going to take 2 hits to the creature because, let's see here. Where is it? We have fighting style unarmed and martial arts, so I get 2 unarmed attacks.
Oh, nice.
First one's an 8. That's horrible.
That is a miss.
Second one's 13.
That is a hit.
Perfect. 9 bludgeoning.
Ow. You actually bopped that, dude.
Hey.
Alright, anything else for you?
No, she's just gonna post up and try and be a wall.
Okay. The scout's turn. I accidentally closed her sheet, but that's fine. Is going to take a few steps back and fire her longbow twice. Pew pew. That is 1 hit. For 10 piercing. The Delirium Drag. Let me just make sure that I didn't forget something. I can't remember if this thing's supposed to have multi-attack. It is not. It is going to, now that you two have kind of closed the distance on it. 1 is Devin, 2 is Addie. That's Addie.
I was doing the dodge action last turn. It does not matter, but yes.
That is 9 bludgeoning and you are grappled.
Actually, I will attempt a martial exploit.
Okay.
I add 5 to my armor class, making it a 23.
That does miss.
And I get to attack my attacker with the same reaction.
That is a
I
miss.
missed.
Okay. Yeah, Addie is playing as a kind of fancy homebrewed fighter. I'm excited to see how that goes.
From Laser Llama.
Yeah. Thrain.
I'm gonna pull out my longbow and shoot him. Would this guy count as an aberration?
No.
Damn.
You wait?
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, let's go. Just a damage roll. Just got it. I'll shoot him with my longbow.
I believe that should be just a 13, but either way, that hits.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And that's 9 damage.
And how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna kind of sidestep Milo and Addie, and kind of shoot it right in between him, just clean, right through the head. Just kind of take him down nice and easy.
As the creature falls to the ground, even with an arrow piercing, like, pretty much almost right between its eyes, you would expect a creature to just drop from that. Like, no more motor functions, drop like a bag of rocks. This thing still continues to kind of thrash around for a moment. Its eyes glazed over and looking off into the distance, before its body realizes that it's dead. And the creature stops moving.
DM,
Player?
you said before this stuff is caused from delirium, right?
Delirium. It is a green element, like a crystal, that was left over after the meteors.
So be careful when you're handling green crystalline rocks, everybody, or you'll end up like that. My guess here is he was your lackey, and she's just gonna look to the nobleman, and he did all the handling, so you didn't have to deal with this side effect.
Saying those little rocks did all this.
Yep, that's why they're dangerous.
Oh dear.
This is a little above my pay grade.
I'd say best stay away from the corpse then. I think he still has a few on him.
Whoop.
Those things all DM, I know those things are kind of valuable, right?
They are valuable, but they are dangerous to deal with.
They are also very valuable, though, so if you want some cash money, that might be the play.
No thank you. I prefer not having tentacles.
And that's only assuming we can find a sorry sod who's willing to buy it. A lot of people know what this stuff is, and I assume there are not going to be a lot of people who want to touch it.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
May I make a check of sorts to see what delirium might be used for?
Sure thing.
What would you say fits?
I'm gonna say Arcana.
Okay, dokie. Ah!
Haha.
It'd probably look really pretty on a nightstand if you like carved it out.
Hmm.
Are you okay?
That bastard. He was supposed to guide us to my home. It wasn't supposed to end like this.
Insight
Oh.
check.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey.
Where it first sounded like he was calling the dead man a poor bastard, he was likely more referring to himself. He seems to be being truthful about hiring him to try to find this man's lost estate.
Well, that's unfortunate, but if you were looking just for your home, what was the strange crystal stuff that he was speaking of?
My family used to have some renown and lived comfortably in the city. We are penniless ever since the Night of Falling Stars. I was hoping that I find our home, try to restore it a little bit, find something to make some coin. I'm the family hero. Doesn't look like it paid off.
You might
The-
want... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And the woman just kind of leaning against a, half-crumbled building there. It doesn't look like you're gonna be able to pay me either.
Do you want to make some easy cash?
The woman kind of, raises an eyebrow.
Those
That's-
crystals on him, you could sell those for probably... 50 gold. You could make all the adventuring money it took you to get here, plus more.
The only problem is dealing with the stuff.
Grab a stick. Put it in a pack or something. Just don't let it touch you.
How much was this man going to pay you?
Well, he was going to be paying us 10 gold to get him there, as well as a small percentage, I think it was about 5%, between the two of us, of whatever riches were left in his home.
Well, judging by how often bandits and the lot come through this area and find places to squat in and set up shop, that might not work out in your favor.
Is your home here in this unnamed village?
Yes. It's, the noble's kind of looking around I'm not entirely sure which one it's supposed to be. It's been some time since I've been here. But, we Von Graffs, we practically ran this town. In fact, there was a time it wasn't just an unknown village. It was, well, it was called Von Graff. After us. We were very rich.
Well, if you were the Von Graff family, then wouldn't it just make sense to look for the biggest house?
That would make sense if most of them weren't reduced to rubble. You see, we got this building here, and he'll walk over. Then we got this building down here.
Can I make a little check of my surroundings to tell if there's any more danger in this place?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Seems
What
safe to me.
What the hell, Addy?
Hey, DM,
Yeah.
can I make maybe an investigation check to, like, read maybe rubble and see if there's any sorts of, like, signposts that would describe what buildings these were?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, DM.
No
18.
problem, Flame. So it looks like this kind of crumbled building over to the right used to be a pretty large tavern with kind of an open air courtyard. That's why there's that big tree growing in the middle. And as you're looking at it, you hear a voice come from inside the rubble and see a crossbow poke out.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah,
You're just gonna hear her say?
Yeah, it's not the greatest, is it? You see.
No.
Oi, oi. Hold on there, friend. And there are a couple of people here that were hiding, but nobody has rolled a perception check high enough to see.
You said over here. Yep. Okay, so she'd
Including
be
the
about right
25
there.
from earlier?
When did you roll a 25 earlier?
The first perception check I rolled? You're fine. I'm just giving you shit.
You're right. I'm choosing to ignore you.
That's fine. I respect it.
Hey now, listen. No need to get all puffy. There's about 7 of us that just shot down this man before he could make a move. Now
Are you
I get
talking
it.
to yourself again?
No, you're just gonna see she's talking to something over here at least.
Sith, please make me an athletics or acrobatics check. At disadvantage.
Gotcha. Disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, as while Milo is talking to these people that the rest of the party don't really see, a third kind of jumps out of the rubble over here next to where you were hiding and puts a blade to your back. And just, oh, sweetie, I don't think you outnumber us as much as you think.
Do I need to topple a house on one of you?
You're welcome to try.
Listen.
Can I try and walk around over to here?
As you do, there is now a crossbow being pointed, like, almost at your chest. And just, hey,
Hey,
you back away.
no, you put that down.
No, you back away.
No,
This
you
doesn't
put
have
that down.
Uh-oh.
I would like to make an intimidation with strength, please.
Okay.
All
And I'm
right,
gonna roll his wisdom. That's a 7.
This is with charisma because I have not made a button for it yet, but add a +3 on that.
Yeah, as you're not backing down to the crossbow bolt that is, like, poking into your chest, if it wasn't for the chainmail, it would be probably about to break skin. He just kind of drops the crossbow and it clatters to the ground.
Good. All right, now we're going to be nice and civilized here so we don't have to get anybody hurt, all right? We're going to keep going. We're going to find this nice man's house. You're going to leave us alone, okay?
Boss ain't gonna like this.
Well, your boss wouldn't like to see 4 dead people now, would he? And unfortunately, they wouldn't be the ones under his payroll anymore. Ooh.
Did you say 4 people?
Yes.
This one over here just... Oh, fuck. They noticed me.
Oh, shit, I forgot how to count.
Oh, no. Yeah, a 4th
Oh,
one
did one of-
hiding in the rubble over here.
One of them gave their position up once they thought we knew.
Yeah.
I legit counted wrong.
Oh, that's too good.
Now, let's be decent. I don't want more corpses needing to be attracting whatever predators are out here. And you said your boss. Who do you work for?
We work for the Queen of Thieves.
Cool.
Does that ring a bell, DM?
Roll me history.
My favorite thing to hear. 11.
There have been rumors about somebody in the city of Drakkenheim who's kind of like an up-jumped bandit, calling herself something similar.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're going to be nice and civilized here, all right? Yeah?
I think we can come to some kind of an arrangement. That's this one over here that's currently holding Cassith at sword point.
Hey,
Currently
put the
grappled.
kitty down.
Now, you got up some bargaining chips over there. You've almost made my man piss his pants. I gotta
Well,
have a
I've got
bargaining
2 and
chip
you've
of
got
mine.
1. That's not fair for you. Put him down and I'll let 1 go too. How about that?
How about this? I'll let him go, and we overheard what you were saying about that delirium there. I'll let him go. You go along your way and you leave whatever's on that thing to us.
Can we still find the nice man's house? He was looking for it and he seems very distraught.
I am. I'm really afraid. Well,
If I may, that stuff is worth quite the penny. And should you want the admiration of your superiors, bringing that in such pristine condition that it is, without the danger of going to a site that hosts these things, would get you a few eyes upon you.
I don't think that your friend's going to be finding his home in the state that he wishes it was in.
I mean, that's fine and all, but we still need to get the guy some closure.
How's this for closure? Oi! Fancy pants. Your home's ours now. Fuck off. Now, do we have a deal?
That's not very nice.
Can I check on Marlowe?
Marlowe is just... She has closed the wagon's doors and is, like, kind of peeking through the cracks in the wood. She doesn't seem afraid. She seems more intrigued about however this is going to go.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure, like, the bandits were trying to pull a fast one on us.
Yeah, no.
And now, what's your character's name again, Talos?
Adiuri.
Well, Adiuri, let's be reasonable here. A no-name noble like this, wanting closure is great and all, but I'm not looking to stir the hornet's nest with a pristine group of bandits like this. They go missing, they're going to send feelers out to see what happened.
I'm not going to let some poor soul who just wants to see his family home off like that just because these jumped up idiots decide that they wanted to say, oh, it's mine now. He just wants to see his home. And she will, like, just give the one that she's standing next to a little jab in the chest with a finger. And you're going to show me where it's at, all right?
Yeah, so as you're kind of like poking him in the chest, what's everybody's passive perceptions?
13.
14.
16.
12.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. You all hear the sound of horse hooves on cobblestones.
Oh, and we have more visitors.
Now see what I mean? They're bringing friends.
Yeah.
Hello,
As-
we're just talking stuff out over here.
Talking. Who were you? Oh,
They're bandits over here.
those bandits are my employees. And I don't exactly appreciate the fact that it seems like you may be threatening them.
They pointed stuff at us first, all right, and I just want to show this nice man his house, and then we can get on our way. He just wants to see his house.
Great, we just earned you a great payload with some delirium right there too. We're not
Oh
looking
yeah, I
to
don't.
fight.
We don't want any of that. That's too much for us.
Roll me
We're
a
not-
persuasion check, Milo, for saying we just earned you a payday.
Sure. 17.
The man kind of looks at you for a moment, and then looks to the one that's holding a cassette. Boy, Mudface. Check the body. See if they're telling the truth. And he will let the cat go. And just sorry, bud. No hard feelings, eh? Just business and all that. And just going to walk on over. And begin picking through the body. Pulling out a couple of... Looks to be like... a few inches of delirium. Like a little stone. Glowing green. There's about 3 of them on this man. And he'll just kind of hold them up to the boss. And just, Oi, Bogdan! Take a look at this. Think it's worth something? And he will toss it over. All of them handling it with bare hands.
I'm just gonna
you-
cringe a little bit.
You,
internally.
once you get release grip of these, please wash with warm soapy water. You will die if you don't.
Milo, they're bandits. I don't think they know what soap and water is.
They're reasonable. We talk to them reasonably. They know not to die.
As you're kind of saying this, he looks like he was about to catch it and then moves his hands out of the way and lets the stone fall on the ground next to the horse. Mudface? New plan? Pick it up with a cloth? Something? Right, boss. And he's gonna cut off a little bit of the guy's cloak and then walk over and pick it back up.
Well, you might want to wash that too.
Looks at the guy and realizes what his body actually is that he was just touching. Oh, this whole place is fucked.
Yeah, I'd venture to bet that, seeing how destroyed this place is, there's probably loads of this stuff hiding all around this place, and you wouldn't know it until after you stumbled upon it.
Or until after you grew a tentacle or 3.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
I assume that mess kits just have maybe a napkin or 2 in them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up to the dude, staying away from the stones, and just hand him a napkin. Here, use this.
Yeah, and he'll just kind of pick it up and just... Oh, cheers, bud. and just
Cheers.
hold it up to the boss, and that'll fetch a good little coin. What were you saying you needed again? Show this
Oh,
lout where his
this
home
nice
is?
man right here. Yes, he just needs to see his home, that's all.
You're not getting it back, but I can show it to you.
That's more than good enough, and she'll just kind of casually walk away from the one guy. That's good enough, isn't it?
Not really. Sure. Why not? I want to go. I want to leave.
Oh, if you don't want to see your home that badly, I suppose you can go.
No, you all seem like good folks. He's saying to the obvious bandits. You know what? I think my manor is likely more or better, well, I'm sorry, I'm very flustered. Better looked after in your clearly capable hands. Here, he is going to take out like a little piece of parchment. This is my new address in Caspia. The only thing I ask is please send me the paintings. And he will give the man the parchment and immediately take off running with the scout in tow.
Oh, goodbye.
So she's gonna look at the man he handed the parchment to. You just got yourself a wonderful new burglary spot, didn't you?
I think we did.
I'm sorry, what?
The name's Milo, by the way, and you're my favorite kind of people. Reasonable, and money persuades you.
I'm Bogdan. And he's going to go and point at each of the bandits in turn. This one close to you. That's Mudface. We call him that because he fell in the mud and he looked real funny. Over there we got Hosh, Mildred, and Sana. Normally, we'd be demanding your horses, any booze, some food, but well, whatever this is, we're gonna put it to good use.
Yeah, just
Did
be
you say
careful with it,
burglary
otherwise you'll end
spot?
up like that guy.
Yes, I said burglary spots. You know, when a well-off nobleman like that comes in around making demands to the common folk, they kind of get what they deserve.
Well, regardless, him handing off his new address was very stupid. So
I
he
thought
kind of
you just wanted to be pen pals.
That's not quite how the world works out here. It's eat or be eaten.
Oh. Can I have that back, please?
Who are you talking to?
The man on the horse.
Are you talking about the delirium?
No, the address. I feel like it would be remiss if I didn't take that back so that you couldn't do any ill deeds with it.
He is going to take the parchment and just tear it into a few pieces and throw it into the wind. There. Catch.
Well, I can't jump that high.
It'll make its way down to you. Give it a moment. Have you ever heard of gravity?
Who?
Okay. I suggest you all get along on your way.
Who are you guys exactly, though? I've heard of banditry collectivized out here, but who are you?
We're the Queen's men, and we own these streets. Every road to
You should really
Drakkenheim.
get some maintenance done.
Every road through Drakkenheim. Every road in and every road out. You want to use these roads, you pay the toll. Luckily for you today, this sorry sod paid it for you. And I suggest you get moving before I change my mind and become a little less generous.
That's fair, but you really should clean these streets if you're going to be taking care of them. They're quite awful.
That's kind of the point. Want to make them look run down so people don't think there's people living here, so that when we jump them, they're surprised.
Well, let's leave these fine men to their jobs, eh? We have our own job to do.
Yeah, I'm heading over to the wagon. I'm just gonna go knock on the door and time to head out.
Hey DM, what did this person say his name was?
So, the guy on the horse is Bogdan, and then the other bandits...
I remember Mudface and Sauna.
Yeah, Mudface, Sana, Mildred, and Hosh.
Oh, cheers meeting reasonable folk out here who know the way of the land.
Yeah,
I
you
think-
come back through, I'm charging you again.
Yeah, I'll give you the most mildewy rations I got.
Food's food.
And next time you try to rob me and I beat you senseless, beer's on you for the night.
Roll me charisma to see if they don't just take that as an insult and beat your head in.
12.
The man kind of like leans forward, and the mace that had been strapped to the saddle of the horse, he just unclasps it and has it in his hand, just dangling there. You want to put money on that?
I think-
Stop.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Stop antagonizing the fool, eh?
We already did put money. That stuff's gonna run you hundreds of gold, maybe. I'm not interested. Do you need to know what it does, though?
Think we can figure it out. Turned that poor man into that. Imagine what it'll do if I put it on the end of a spear.
It could be a valuable weapon, but think of the more arcane properties.
I
It's
don't.
glowing, after all.
I'm no magic man.
Oh, you should probably get one of those around here, because I'm sure you could make that probably explode and take out a block should something bigger than you deal with appear.
So, because you're just saying these things and don't actually know if it's something that it can really do, I want you to roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm just throwing shit out there hoping it applies.
You are.
16.
And he'll just kind of like hold up the cloth and look at it. No shit. Well. That ought to be fun.
Alright, well, I didn't take this job to be given banditry ideas. Let's get going.
Yep.
Agreed.
That's what I learned from the academy. Good luck out there.
Piss off.
Gladly.
And they are going to go back to picking that man clean for literally anything of value. Congratulations. You guys dealt with the bandits and the drag.
And we didn't die.
Yeah.
We only tried to get into a fight 6 times.
Yeah. It was your last chance. It says in the book that it'll give you 3 positive interactions or 3 negative interactions before it either lets you go or comes to blows, and it got real close. Alright. You guys get back on the road. And the rest of your travels are uneventful, as you once again get past the towns and back into the rolling, empty fields The only things that let you know that this used to be farmland are the bones of cattle and long decayed husks of plants, like crops. And when you cross over a hill, there is a town in sight. One that appears to actually have people living in it. You can see some people bustling around in the city, and one small quarter of its farmland appears to actually be somewhat sustaining crops. The Emberwood village lies a few miles south of Drakkenheim. It is a humble crossroads along Champion's Way, surrounded by forsaken farmsteads and dark pine forests. Many residences are abandoned and slowly deteriorating, with their windows and doors nailed shut. However, the village center is alive with activity. Conversation, laughter, and music resound from several taverns along the main thoroughfare. Amidst a bustling market square, a small crowd of adventurers, merchants, and prospectors busily traffic all manner of weapons, equipment, coin, recovered treasures, and a few strange glimmering crystals. Even the light of the sacred flame still glows within the modest stone chapel at the heart of the town. I'm going to move you over to this map.
Oh, a town.
A town.
This is quite nice. This is a lot more maps than the other campaign already.
Yes, there are 2 folders full of maps for this campaign.
Oh my god.
And I'm not just talking gridded versus ungridded. There's actual differences. I love Sunken Isles, but goddamn.
You don't like having just one map?
I mean, it's worked so far. As you all arrive in town, Marlowe leads the wagon towards the center of the village, where she pulls up to an empty spot amid the other wagons, begins to unhitch the horses from the cart, and hitch them instead to a nearby post, and dusts off her hands, puts her hands on her hips. Well, you all handled yourselves decently well. I'd say that is pay well earned. And she is going to walk up to each of you with a pouch containing 25 gold.
Hey, let's go.
Beautiful. It's time for alcohol.
Thank you. And she looks a little distracted, just looking off into the farmland.
I wouldn't look too close. You'll get lost in it. City is not as good as it used to be. Nowhere near it. There's a few little shops here and there if you're looking to spend that new coin. Some places to stay, some places to drink. Plenty of places to drink.
We could probably use it.
I don't drink myself. I'm grabbing it for when we encounter people like that again. 'Cause this is their favorite type of currency.
Ah, that's smart. Well, and she is going to just kind of stand in the center of town and point off into different directions. Over there, we're trying to get some rest. That's the Red Lion Hotel. I believe it's still operating, or at least it was the last time I was in here. If you're the praying sort, there's the Chapel of Saint Ardena. If you're looking for drinks, you've got Crow and Son. Wait, no. I believe they turned that into a blacksmith. Well, you've got the Skull and Sword, and you've got the Gilded Lily. I believe that's more of a bathhouse kind of thing. If you're looking for something on the cheaper side, there's the Bark and Buzzard.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, and one last thing. If you're looking to do a little bit of shopping, there's the Eventide Manor. There is a man there who kind of deals in more arcane items. Anyway, I have some trading to do. Thank you all for your help.
Be careful about bandits out there. There's plenty of them, and so few valuable merchants like you.
That's very true.
Did-
Mr. DM, what was that middle tavern? I have Skull and Sword and Bark and Buzzard.
The Gilded Lily.
Thank you much.
It was this one?
This one.
Great. I'm going to that one.
Yeah, it's more of like kind of a bathhouse that also serves some food and drink. Another thing that you can clearly see from here is a military watchtower that still seems to be functioning. So yeah, you guys are free to explore the town as you wish. Yeah, voice crack. Free
Hey,
to explore
DM.
as you wish. Yeah.
Can I buy 4 gold's worth of alcohol to go?
You definitely can. That is going to buy you basically a barrel of ale.
Oh, how the fuck do I carry that?
Were you planning on carrying just like 8 glasses of beer?
I was hoping they would come in like flask, you know?
Like a to-go cup?
Yeah.
No.
Um... Fuck. Do they have a, Oh yeah, Wolf is right. The title of this stream says Sunken Isles.
I keep forgetting.
No.
That's like the 3rd stream in a row that I forgot.
Hey, DM.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Can I see if the blacksmith has a little wagon that they're selling?
Didn't really fully think this one through, did you, bud?
Like, just one of those little red kitty wagons, you know?
Like a wheelbarrow? Hold
Not
on.
like that, just something I could pull behind me.
Okay, hold on, I'm real confused. Because I was already looking at the weapons thing on Roll20, and so I just changed the link to, instead of weapons, I changed it to vehicles, and it took me to Esper Genesis Core Manual for a completely different game.
What?
Let me see how much a little wagon would cost you. So you're looking for just like a little wagon that you yourself could pull.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not going to be too expensive. It's going to be, I'm going to say like 5 gold.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, DM.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the alcohol on there.
So wait, did we already get paid, or I got distracted by taxes?
Yes, 25 gold.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the day, can I offer my services to help in the blacksmith's place?
For sure. Give me one moment, because you may be running into someone. Never mind. So, you are... Did you say you're volunteering your services?
Yep.
Oh. Well, yeah, if you're volunteering your services, then yeah, they'll gladly take you.
Great.
Anybody else have anything that they would like to do while in town?
I was gonna peruse around the blacksmith shop and then not find anything I want and go to the magic item shop.
Okay. So, heading into the magic item shop. There is... Where did you go? So, this is a like actual manor. This was clearly someone's estate in previous years. But as you walk up, there is just like a little sign that's almost hanging off of its chain. That says Aldor the Immense's Aldor the Immense. And the door seems to be open. Has like a little bell above it on a string.
I will. So like when I walk in, it kind of dings.
Yeah. And as you step in and the bell goes off, there is a voice from upstairs. Oh, give me one moment. And there's some heavy footsteps. And there is a very overweight wizard standing at the top of the stairs. Using
Oh lord.
using prestidigitation to kind of flash some lights around, like some glitter, as he slides out from behind a wall. What brings you to the shop of Aldor the Immense?
Perusing actually, and potentially some useful items that may be useful in Drakkenheim.
Ah, well, what is your budget?
Not a lot.
Okay then.
About 20 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm afraid I may be slightly out of your price range, but I may have some things that could come in handy. And he is going to climb down the stairs, breathing heavily by the time he gets to the bottom. And he opens the door to what at one point was the kitchen, but now has multiple just little shelves kind of put up on different sides of the room. Let's see here. If your budget is only 20 gold, then I can't offer much.
I figured. Wanted to stop by, introduce myself, figured I'd see you again.
Well, if you're staying in town for long, then another thing that may interest you, assuming that you get some additional coin, is I am able to get some items from far outside of Westermar. If you find that you're looking for anything in specific, especially since you said that you're heading into Drakkenheim, I can acquire it for you. For
That
a
is
price.
Fantastic news. So say I do collect some coins. What do you have kind of as like staple items or like things I should look out for and kind of be excited to come back this way to purchase?
Well, there are, as always, potions, always useful, life-saving concoctions.
Absolutely.
We have different supplies for those of the more arcane, what's the word? The arcane practitioners of the world. We sell parchment and enchanted ink. For you, however... Allow me to look through my stock for a moment.
Sorry, housemate's talking to me. What up?
Luke is just going shopping at the Fat Wizard's hut.
And that I definitely can't afford. I walked into Gucci with $100 bill thinking I could buy something.
Yeah.
Maybe a pair of socks, that's it.
He was only able to afford the knockoff brand Goosey.
Yeah.
Well, are you someone who struggles with poor memory? I can't tell if that was a joke or not.
It was.
I have something that may be of service to you. It would typically be a little bit more expensive, but to be honest, this has been sitting on my shelf for some time. And he is going to hold out, or lift up an amulet. It is a round silver amulet. And as he opens it up, it has a triangle on the inside with 3 glass beads that roam around it in a circle, almost like an orbit. This amulet can help you try to remember things in a pinch. You focus on it, and for the next hour, it'll refresh your memory.
That ain't too bad.
Mechanically, for an hour a day, you can have advantage on history checks to recall things that you've experienced.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I will happily buy that from you. Hey, side question for you as well.
Yes.
Mr. Aldor. I will happily buy the amulet. I'm also looking for an amulet myself.
Oh? And
Um,
how can I help you with that? Would you like me to put in an order?
No, it's a one of a kind. More just asking for if you find any information about it to let me know.
Very well.
I will
What did
happily
you
pay
say
for the
your
information.
name was?
My name is Thrain Stonehammer.
Thrain Stonehammer. What is this amulet that you're searching for?
It's called the Forge Heart Amulet. I don't have a ton of information about it. Just that it's a family heirloom. My father, Baldrum, was supposed to give it to me, but of course, Drakkenheim happened, and the fall happened, and that never happened. Potentially, a man named Durock has it, or at least knows where I might be able to find it. So if you find anything about the amulet or Durock, please let me know. I will happily pay you. This is kind of
Well,
the reason I'm here.
that right there was the magic words, my friend. I'm
I
willing to
figured.
assist in anything for a bit of coin. If I hear anything about this stone heart amulet, I will be sure to let you know.
Forge Heart.
That's what I said.
Perfect. And then I'm gonna hand out like 20 gold and try to buy that other amulet from him.
Yeah. So here, I'll just type something up for her real quick because I just saw something that is what I don't know what the actual item does. It's from Call of the Netheries, but I saw it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make something up for it.
Hey guys, free backstory lesson.
Hey.
Nice.
This item cripples the amnesiac start.
So true.
It does. It really does. Well, it's only for the next hour, right? Or I guess it's anything in the past.
There you go.
Ooh.
Wait,
All right. Does anybody else have anything they would like to do? The town
Yeah.
is still yours.
I did.
What would you like to do?
I would like to go visit some of that farmland and offer to help for free because this character 80, she had briefly lived here before all the bad stuff happened, And she remembers vaguely some of the people that lived here, but she doesn't remember where she lived. So she's just going to see if she can find someone that she remembers and talk to him.
Very well. Heading out into the fields. They mostly seem to be different farmhands. I don't know for sure if there are any farmhands that you would specifically recognize. They seem to be, for the most part, wearing like military tabards, but not like actual armor or anything like that. With the tabards have a symbol of a lantern on them.
I do not remember any of that, so I'm just going to offer my help to somebody for the day.
Yeah. They will certainly accept your help. And just during the course of the work, a couple hours in, they call for a break. They go and sit down, hand out what little food they have to spare, and some fresh water from the river. And one of them, a man in his mid-20s, kind of short blonde hair, almost like a bowl cut, kind of turns to you. We're stuck here because we drew the short straw and didn't feel like doing guard duty. What are you doing here?
Oh, I used to live here a long time ago. I thought I might see if I could find someone I remembered, but it looks like they've all done moved off, or probably worse.
It is unfortunate. My name's Ansem Lang.
I'm 80.
80. Did these, you said you lived here for some time. Did these farms belong to you?
I was like maybe 6. I don't know.
So probably not. Okay. I don't know of any 6-year-olds who own land. There's a 10-year-old at the Crow and Son who's like next in line to own the shop, but he doesn't own it yet.
I think my mom had something to do with one of the inn. I don't know. She probably just worked there.
Gotcha. The media thing was 15 years ago. And then 10 years of civil war. Well, you said that you're looking for someone? I'm, also looking for someone. Maybe if we see the other person, we can try to keep an eye out?
Cool. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for my sister. See, the reason that I was stuck between guard duty or mending the fields is, well, we tried to sneak into the city, and I got caught. She didn't. But, she hasn't come back.
Oh dear.
I'm getting a bit worried, but, I'm stuck here. There's not really a lot I can do right now.
Well, I happen to know that I wanted to head into the city for some just exploration and all that, but I think I've heard another one of the people I came here with wants to go. So, it's better in pairs than alone. I think I can see if I'll have them detour for us.
If you do, and you're trying to get into the city, I think I have a way that I can help you with that. Most of the time, people going in and out is not the most legal. People still do it, but if the lanterns catch you, they'll typically arrest you. He kind of like gestures down to his tabard. I am one of the hooded lanterns. Pretty low ranking, normally just keep me watching the walls instead of going in and seeing any real action. But if you're planning on going in and if you're willing to help me, I can look the other way while you get inside.
Well, that would be appreciated. I didn't really have a plan on how to get in yet. I was going to see if someone else did, but if that would be something we could do, I would be most grateful, and I will make sure to look for your sister along the way.
Thank you. Her name is Petra. Petra Lang. She has shoulder-length red hair. Strong woman. Stronger than me.
Is she tall? Is she short?
About 5'8", 5'9".
So shorter than you. Okay.
A little bit on the shorter side.
That's it's good enough. I got name. I got look.
And
As
she'll
for who
she'll probably be wearing the same tabard as I am.
Oh, I see. So you are both trying to get in as the hooded lanterns, you called it?
We're the hooded lanterns, yes.
Okay. Well, as for who I was looking for, I don't really have anyone specific. I was just looking to see if someone jogged my memory.
Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I can spread the word that you're in town if you'd like, and if anybody recognizes the name, I'll let them know where to meet you.
That would be great, because I don't really know if I have a lot of time here. That one person seemed to be a little pressed for it.
Okay. And, what is your name?
My name's Adiori. You can just call me that for now. People might know me as 80.
80 or 80. Okay. I'll see what I can do. And thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm stuck working here in these fields all day long. If you and your friends decide to take me up on my offer, then let me know, and we'll figure out a time for you to sneak past.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, and as he goes to almost shake your hand, another man in a hooded lantern tabard starts walking around with a whistle, shouting the break time's over, and it's time for everybody to get back into the fields.
Oh, better get back to it.
I swear, they're slave drivers.
Well, people gotta eat around here.
I suppose so. Alright. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to do?
Yes, actually.
I'm just gonna be easy. I'm just gonna grab a drink and post up at a bar. So,
Which bar?
I think the Skull and Sword.
The Skull and fantastic.
Just if you just let me know how much your drink will be, I'll just mark it off.
Yeah, so just like an ale is just gonna be, like 5 silver.
Sure.
And while you are in the tavern, there is a group of people in there that stands out. A group of about 13, looks like just various bandits sitting at one of the back tables.
Lovely. I'll just kind of keep an eye on them.
Yeah. What were you looking to do, Mila?
I'm wondering if the blacksmith will let me craft a few flasks to go with my ale. I'll pay for them still, but I was just wondering if he'd let me craft a few.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
Thanks.
With advantage because you had volunteered to help.
Thanks, DM. 16?
You're welcome, player. Yeah, he's willing to let you craft them for just the price of the base materials. So, let me look up what the price is of a flask. 1 copper piece per.
Oh, thanks, DM.
Yeah, buddy.
Can I just give him one gold,
No.
and then make like 10?
I really want to tell you no.
Okay.
I feel like that's really funny.
Yeah.
No, he will have 9 silver and 99 copper. And he's going to be very... No, you can give him a silver or gold if you want.
I'm giving him a gold.
Okay.
I just wanted like 5 flasks is all.
Yeah, totally. Just the thought of him refusing to take the tip, but also being annoyed because you basically spent $1 and gave him 100. Fantastic.
Oh, I will also ask him if he has any knowledge on the bandits. What were they calling themselves? The Queen's Men?
The Queensman.
If he's got any knowledge on that group.
For sure. Let me see what some common knowledge is on the Queensmen. Loved their latest movie. Alright. The Queensmen are a faction that is led by the Queen of Thieves. They are a loose affiliation of what is rumored to be 100 gangs of brigands, outlaws, and scoundrels. They claim to own Drakkenheim now that the nobility is out. They prey upon pilgrims, prospectors, and explorers, and rob anybody who they don't recognize on their home turf. They likely are incredibly rich just due to the incredible amount of wealth that was left behind in the city after the Night of Falling Stars. And let's see. A few of the more well-known gangs that are under the Queensmen are the Pins and Clubs, the Rose and Thorns, and the Wounded Hearts, among others.
You said Rose and Thorns
Yeah.
and Wounded Hearts?
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know if there's anybody else that could give me information on them? I may have been... Well, they may have taken a few of some of our goods while we were passing through, and I'm looking to track them down or get information about them.
Well, I know where you can find them in town, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Where would that be?
Over at the, I forgot the name of my favorite inn. That's weird. Over at the Skull and Sword, there's a man by the name of Blackjack Mel.
Thank
Him-
you.
Him and his gang typically take up the back tables.
Thank you. I'm gonna go talk to them, and then I'll be back to assist you for the rest of the... Well, until I go to bed.
You've already done a lot. You really don't need to do that.
It's just showing off is all.
I've never heard of someone showing off for charity, but you know what? Very well.
I'm just gonna go to the inn, he said.
Yeah. And sitting in the back of the inn, where you would expect to find them, are a large man wearing an eye patch that seems to be the leader of the group, surrounded by about a dozen different thugs and bandits. all looking like various degrees of, like, armed.
You also noticed Devin at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ignore the fact I know you.
Good.
Me in high school.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna approach probably the first one that just like is closest and be like, I've got a proposition for you. Very simple. Money for information.
Seeing as you just kind of walked up to them, and just immediately started talking, they were in the middle of some kind of a dice game. And they just kind of like turn and look up to you. And the man in the center just. And how much are you looking to pay?
I'll give you 2 gold and a round of beers on me.
For what?
I need to know about some of the individuals that attempted to rob us, and maybe some more about your group.
That's gonna have to be a little bit more than 2 gold.
I'll buy you a keg of beer as well.
I'll tell you what. If I don't like the bastards, then I'll tell you.
He said his name was Bogdan. There was also Mudface, Sana, Mildred, and Hosh.
Oh, no way. Oh, you're shitting me.
Yeah, they tried to get the jump on us, and we scared them, and basically made them bugger off.
Those bastards aren't with the Queen's men.
Great. Who are they?
They're a bunch of upstart brigands that claimed a townhouse and think they're hot shit. You got robbed by them.
No, we didn't get robbed. We very specifically made sure we didn't, because we were guarding a merchant.
Now yeah, that sounds like them if they couldn't even get the rest of you. I don't mean to be offensive, but you don't really look like much.
None taken. I'm a wizard of sorts, is all.
Huh. Well, wizards are expensive. Surprised they didn't try to catch on to that. Maybe try to ransom you.
I tried telling them all of the stuff that would go wrong with the... What's it called? Delusion?
Delirium.
With the delirium that they found. But I'm pretty sure they'll be growing another arm sometime soon.
Serves them right.
Oh, speaking of which, are you guys interested in probably 100 gold's worth of delirium?
What's the catch?
They have it.
Oh, alright, bet.
Yes, she's gonna put the 2 gold on the table, as promised. They have it. They were at the exact inn I'm pretty sure you were talking about. I investigated myself. And they've got, it was what, 3 crystals, DM?
Yeah.
They've got 3 crystals found off the dead remains of a transformed man. I tried telling them don't touch it with their hands, but they didn't listen.
Well, a couple of the, about 4 of the Queen's men in here just kind of look at themselves and nod and get up and excuse themselves.
Good luck out there.
Knowing them don't need it.
But yes, we... Just between us, just that one as gratuity, do you know of any ways inside Drakkenheim?
Aye.
Would you be willing to part with them for some alcohol and money?
You keep the booze and the coin flowing, I can get you in and out of that city.
Great. What's your name? Because that's going to be on an on-time needed basis kind of deal.
They call me Mel. Blackjack Mel.
Blackjack Mel. Is that what you said? Blackjack Mel?
Yep.
Great, I'm Milo. Don't worry about the others I'm associated with. They seem to be, well, one of them seems to be goody two-shoes.
Gotcha.
You're
Well-
my favorite type of people because business is what matters most.
Coin is what matters most. Business
is
is an
business.
unfortunate side effect.
She's just going to go up and give the barkeep 2 gold, and then whatever that orders the group of men is what they get.
Okay, that will be 8 ales.
There you guys go. That should be enough for a round or 2.
Very kind of you.
Cheers. I'll be talking to you sometime soon when we need to go in there.
We'll be here. Now, if you would kindly, we'd like to get back to our game.
And she's just gonna walk away without saying a word.
Alright. They go back to throwing dice.
I'm going to head out after Mila leaves,
Very well.
following right behind.
Yeah, I'm heading back to the blacksmith.
Yeah, and at this point, the day is starting to kind of wind down a bit. Starting to get a little bit later in the day. You'd estimate probably 7, maybe 8 o'clock.
I would like to visit the blacksmith, as that is the last place that I see Milo.
Yeah, and you would, I believe, find Milo there.
Oh, good. I was looking for you. I heard that you wanted to go into the city, and I found a way in.
Oh, so did I.
Oh, well, that's convenient. There was this nice man, part of the Hooded Lanterns. He said that he'd look the other way and made sure we got through so long as we asked him. We just need to look for his sister.
I found a group of very well-armed men who are able to get us inside too.
Oh, I hope you can pay them.
Sure can. It's just travel.
Okay. I think we should go with the other one though, because it'll be cheaper on your pockets that way.
I don't want to get robbed the moment I enter that city by any brigands, and so having the brigands sponsor our travel inside will get us some leniency.
Brigands sponsoring us?
That is correct, but should we get caught, we don't know them.
I'm not sure I like the idea of that.
I'm not sure I like the idea of a person. I'm not sure I like the idea of going inside the walls to begin with, so I'm just taking the best odds.
Well, I know why I'm going in there. I just overheard that you said you wanted to go in, so what reason do you have to sponsor brigands of all people when you could go the legal way? Well, mostly legal way.
Is it legal, though?
Well, yes, it's part of the people who are at the gate saying that they'll let us in.
And they're just going to let us in?
Yes, if we tell them what time we're going in. She looks a little, shifty.
So the people who are designed to keep people out who have no business in are telling us we can go in. For what business?
Oh, yes, I promised that I would help look for his sister, because there were some very dangerous circumstances in there, and we need to make sure that she's okay and bring her back out.
So you're signing us up for more work?
Yes, it's as you said, business makes the world go round, isn't it?
Yes, that's why I'm choosing to deal with the less than legitimate businessmen. Because they pay well.
Well, they also know where you enter and when you're going to leave. That would be a perfect time to set an ambush up.
Yes, but if they kill off the regulars and the people who pay them and make them their money, how do they earn money? That's not how brigands work. They don't kill the people they rob, because then they can't rob people anymore.
Unless you find something really good in there that they want.
Yes, but I don't think we're going to be. If they're taking us in, they've picked the area over.
If you say so, but I think it's better to go on our own.
There is no going on our own in a city like that.
Well, the less people know you're there, the better, I think.
That's why I don't like going the legal route, because there's a lot of people who know you're there.
No, it would just be the one.
I don't think that sounds very legal.
It would just be the one person, and they're going to make sure that we don't get seen. That's all that I need to know.
And that's legal?
No?
Okay.
Poor Evie.
Yes, that's fine. Just, can we hire at least one of them to be a little advisor for a little bit along the way?
It sounds to me like you just want to get buddy-buddy with them so you can start looting people too.
No, that's not true. I just don't like the people who are restricting movement in and out. It's like
I mean,
it's like the same academy who tries to restrict magic.
I suppose that's fair. But, well, if it comes to bite you in the butt, it'll be your problem, and I don't know you.
That's fine. I barely know you anyways.
And for now, we'll keep it that way, and she'll just walk back out.
Oh, should you ever be dying in a ditch, I will help you still. I do magic for a reason.
And you know that I need not tell you I will.
Great. I love uneasy relationships like this.
I'm confused. She just walks out.
Fantastic. Alright, last call for anybody having anything they want to do in town. Any of these buildings they want to visit. Anything like that.
I'm good.
Very cool. Are you guys planning on just getting an inn for the night? Or are you planning on heading straight into the wall?
It would probably make sense to rest.
It
We
would
didn't
make
even do
sense to
anything.
rest.
I suppose that's fair.
I need my spell slot back.
Oh, that's true. We can take a nap then.
Thank you.
Did we ever say where we were gonna meet up?
Don't believe so.
Yes, I'll go stand in the middle of town until I see.
I
someone.
figured where we met the merchant at would be kind of where we all gaggled at.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You all, just before sundown, meet up in the town square. It would seem that Aaron has already kind of packed up and is starting to get ready to move, probably come morning.
So, I see we're all still here. That must mean we're all a little bit crazy in our own ways, huh?
Well,
Just a little bit.
our job was to get here. Do we want to continue traveling together?
Well, I don't mean to admit this out loud, but I do have some business within the walls of Drakkenheim. And I overheard that you were looking for someone, and that this one over here wanted to go in as well. Um, it would seem that coincidences may be convenient for us to stay together for a while.
That works great for me.
I don't mind. I've got nothing better to do. Maybe there'll be some work in there.
There's
Oh,
always work.
hush. I know that you need to go in there as well. You don't just say, oh, yes, let's go into a dangerous city, risk our lives. It'll be fun. Come on.
You'd be surprised.
I'm kind of a wanderer. I don't really have any place to go back to, but I mean, I've heard some interesting things about the place. Kind of want to scope it out. You caught me.
And what about our furless friend here?
I'm fine with whatever.
Very motivational.
Well, it sounds like we're in agreement then.
Well,
Would
we all know at least a little bit about each other, so it seems that we managed to fish up a couple opportunities to get in. If you want to overhear what we've got, and we can make a group decision.
so, would anybody here be willing to sponsor me 5 gold that I could pay upon the next payday with interest?
Knowing
For-
what you're going to put it towards, I respectfully decline.
For what?
We're getting an advisor and some diplomatic immunity from the brigands.
How?
Read that one
we're-
back to me.
We're taking some of the brigands with us.
And
Under
how are
coin.
And how are you sure that they won't just turn around and double cross us as soon as we get to the wall?
Because repeat business is the best business they can get.
It's Drakkenheim.
Listen to... They only get so many opportunities of people willing to go in there. Should they just kill everyone who enters, there's nobody left, and they lose their business.
Or, they could simply be smart enough to wait for someone to go find the things that are valuable, bring them back, and then kill them.
They could. But who's
See-
not saying that this man you're speaking of returns us in the moment he gets what he needs? He's not above moral complexion, too.
So now that you've overheard her side of the story, I spent some time on a farm working, and one of the hooded lantern individuals, the people responsible for holding the city and making sure no one gets in or out, one of his sisters has went missing, and I promised that we would go find him, find her. He would look the other way, and once we return, his sister would make sure that we get out fine as well. And I think having some reputation, at least minor good reputation, with the people who make sure that people can't get in or out, would allow us to go in and out.
Yeah, I like that idea personally.
I'm not saying we don't go with that. I'm just saying we can always dabble our foot in the water on both ends. They're not mutually exclusive.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Because
There's-
options are good.
Well,
How about, you said your friend already knows how to get in, yes?
That's correct. They've been in plenty of times.
Why
And
don't you see
they-
if one of them will wait for us on the inside, and then we'll meet them there. That way that they don't get crosswind.
They also are taking care of our friends from before. Those were not proper Queen's men.
Oh, well, in that case, we should have simply told them what for, and give them a good old rousing. I don't know how to speak like this. This is my first time.
That's fine. They've already gone ahead and probably taken the delusion from them. Or is it delirium?
Delirium.
Delirium.
They've taken the delirium from them probably and are probably having some pretty pennies.
Yeah, so one good deed for one outdoes another, I suppose, and in this case, the opposite.
Well, I do think that there is a good point to be made here. If we have one of the strong men on the inside, to kind of get us through the city once we get through the entrance. They can keep us, not safe, but they can keep an eye on us once we're inside, and then we can use the opportunity from the other one to get inside without looking like we're working with the brigands.
Yes, the thing I'm worried about is them knowing where we're at all times and seeing what we're doing and deciding whether or not they want to have repeat business.
I
Yeah, I
guess
feel
it's-
like. Go ahead.
I guess it's a 50-50 shot either way.
So-
I do think that no matter what, we do need to look for this man's sister.
Hear me out. We do one-time business. If we get bad vibes, we cut it from them. How's that? Because we'll never know unless we try.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that this lantern person is going to look aside for the lot of us, but I don't think they would do the same if they saw us walking through with one of the strongmen.
That's not what we're worried about. They can get inside themselves.
Exactly.
Yes, if you want to tell one of your friends over there to get themselves in and meet us at a predetermined point, we can get ourselves in, make good with the people who run the place, and then come back out fine.
Great. That
Oh,
sounds wonderful to me.
Side note, so everybody knows, that first manor shop, the magic shop, he can buy stuff from all over in case anybody needs something. I kind of point to the manor.
Oh. Oh, that's lovely. I would certainly do that had I had any money.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
realized that when I walked in there.
That's a good point of reference for if we come back, if we manage to get some coin.
Well, if he buys things from all over, he probably wouldn't mind buying things from us once we get back, so we'll keep him in mind.
This is also true.
I do have maybe a minor suggestion. Delirium. That's what it's called, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you
Okay.
can handle it all and then bring it to your friends once you're in the way. I'm not
Yes,
touching the things personally.
That's exactly what I was suggesting. They may be less than ethical, but that's perfect for making money on less than ethical items. I'm sure they can fence it without questions asked.
Well, you're more than welcome to try. I'm staying far away from the stuff.
Thank you, I will be using magic to move it.
Then I think we're agreed. If it's all right, I'd like to buy everyone the rooms for the night at the inn, and then we can get going after I tell our friend in the lanterns where we're going and when we need to be let in.
Once you do that, you need to let me know where we're going to be ending up, and then I'll let them know where we're going to be ending up at, so we can predetermine a place on the inside.
I'm sure we'll figure it out on the way.
Great.
As long as we know what the entrance point is, we can go from there.
Okay, did anyone know how much the rooms are there?
I don't, but let's go find out real quick.
Okay, I will go to the Dragon Inn. The Lion Inn? The inn.
The Red
Red
Lion.
Why you lying?
The red dragon these lion in.
So,
Amazing.
rooms in the Red Lion Inn. I apologize. They are 25 gold apiece for the night.
Are these large rooms?
Large enough.
Is it just for one person, or would it be okay for multiple people to stay here?
Probably fit 2 or 3.
Oh. That's a little cramped. I think I'll pass.
I can sleep outside, it's fine.
How many you got?
We've 5.
Tell you guys what.
Well, You got 2 dwarves, that's basically 4. It'd be a bit of a squeeze, but you could probably fit it. Wouldn't
Tell
be
you guys,
comfortable.
80 just turns around. 2 dwarves?
Oh, I'm so used to T playing dwarves.
I mean,
I look around.
I am short IRL, so you know.
it's what's your character's name again, Taurus?
80.
80. I can make myself scarce should you need the space for yourselves. I think I know of a place I could stay at for the night.
I can chip in a little bit to help cut the cost.
No, it's all right. I think we've plans to make our own ways then, seeing that half of us has said that they wanted to. Thank you for your hospitality, but I'm afraid that we'll have to take you up on their offer next time.
As you're saying that, a tiefling sitting at one of the nearby tables flipping through a notebook just... Hospitality my ass.
You are correct. Prices are quite outrageous.
Aren't they? It's like, I get that they don't have that many customers, but maybe that's fucking why.
Who are you that looks so quite curious in a corner like this?
Yeah, it is a tiefling. She is very short. She's in her late 20s, wearing a very practical and professional purple jacket with a high collar and a cape over one shoulder.
You
Oh.
said purple.
I did say purple.
Oh. Are you perhaps from the academy too?
Well, yes, I am. My name is River.
I am,
Milo, I don't recognize you.
That's because I studied almost 15 years ago.
Oh. Well, very cool. I don't know what the academy was like back then. But,
Uptight.
oh. Yeah, I mean, that really hasn't changed, but I mean, you know, it's useful. It's taught me some powerful magics.
It taught me that a sword arm is quite useful too.
Oh, I don't really have the most use for that. I let my friend here do that for me. And she gestures to a corner of the room where there is a golem sitting. Just motionless in the corner.
That's quite the fancy familiar you have there. Did you make it yourself?
It's not my familiar, it's my bodyguard. But, yes, I did. His name is Otto, and he's my shield guardian.
That is quite fancy.
I do have a familiar. It's, she snaps her fingers, and a little imp lands on her shoulder. And it's just, why did you wake me up from my nap for? We have visitors, be kind.
I have my cat Kibbles is all.
Oh, that sounds really cute.
She's just gonna take about a layer of clothes off just to show the cat probably sitting on her shoulder.
Oh, it's there. It's all cuddled up and warm and fuzzy. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Thank you.
The imp just kind of like pulling on one of her horns. You know, I'm right here.
I mean, that one's warm in its own way.
Almost a little too warm. Usually hot-headed. And she snaps again, and he leaves in a little vortex of curses.
How has the academy been? I've been in Caspia for some time due to family matters.
Um, well, it's a long story. It's a very long story. And I don't really know if I should tell you since it's been so long. Because things are kind of up in the air right now. Do you, just make sure that I'm not, like, talking secrets with somebody who's not involved at all and is just trying to get my information, because it's happened before. Do you still have your little badge?
Milo will pull out her badge, DM.
Okay, gotcha. Very cool.
You'll have to forgive the date on it. I haven't had the time to... Well, I haven't been even in country since I graduated.
Uh-huh.
But yes, I was there, uh, probably 14 years ago from graduation.
I've heard you had to be really smart to graduate the academy. Like, knowing a lot of good spells.
You do. Not really a whole lot of people actually graduate. They kind of just, like... It's almost more like a job, really. You kind of just get promoted. It's not really like a normal school.
You had to have done something really cool to earn that graduation. What did you do?
It wasn't a graduation, I just call it that. Do you know how demeaning it is to be just called a normal peon from the academy from normal folk?
Oh! Oh, I don't think we have anything to discuss after all.
Why?
Because if you're being insulted and called a peon, then that makes me think that you didn't really leave on good terms.
Of course I did.
She's going to insight check you.
Great.
1 second, I have to find your stat.
Oh.
I have to find your stat block. Non-player characters. Where are you? There you are. +0. Damn. That's a natural one. Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't mean to offend. I just, most of the time when someone is talking about how they got insulted a lot, it's usually not because they left and it was happy.
No, it's because of the mutual distrust towards magic most of the time.
Okay, I think that we must have gone to very different academies. I think that it must have changed a lot.
I think so too.
Yeah. Because, like, the only magic that they don't really trust, like, they even have a which is, like, a little bit crazy. Like, he's...
Yes. I was more on the divination side myself.
Oh, do you know Cogsworth Copperpot?
DM, can I make a history check?
Yeah, you can.
Thanks. 22.
Cogsworth B. Copperpot was an old gnome diviner. He was a teacher, but one of the main things that you remember about him is that he oftentimes would forget what was actual divination and what was just a dream he had.
Are you talking about old Mr. Stuck in his dreams?
That's the one.
Yes, man couldn't tell what was reality and what's not.
Yeah,
Always
hasn't
halfway
changed.
there.
Hasn't changed. You know, it's a good thing he wasn't studying illusion magic, otherwise that line might be a lot thinner.
Or we might just walk into an open field for a classroom that in reality has desks and chairs we're tripping on.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he retires soon. He's not not in a good place to be teaching.
Has he gone mad?
I mean, was he ever not?
No, but he had a level of some sanity to prove his qualifications were there.
I mean, I guess that depends on who you ask. He doesn't really get along that well with, I'm more in the conjuration school, and Murdoch, my teacher, they don't really get along super well.
Hey DM,
Yes.
can I history check who Murdoch was?
Sure.
14.
You remember the name Murdoch the Collar, but that's about it.
Oh, did you study under the collar?
I did.
How are they doing?
Oh, he's been better. I mean, okay. To be honest, when the stars fell, and the inscrutable tower fell, big chunk of rock from the tower, right on his knee, crushed it. But being like conjuration and stuff, he kind of just made a new one. Doesn't get around quite the same, but I mean, it gets the job done.
Maybe I chose the wrong school of magic. Or maybe I would have just seen it coming.
Ah, his divination, that's clever.
Thank you. It's punny.
It is.
But I've taken up so much of your time, I apologize. I'm just looking for a place to sleep for the night.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you.
I want to be staying in my mansion, but I don't really know you guys. So I feel like it'd be a bad idea to invite you in. So I don't think I'm gonna do that.
It probably would be, considering most of these people don't have their badges, because they didn't even attend there.
It'd be a lot weirder if they did have badges and didn't attend there, though.
I think you're right on that one. Maybe, what if they were just illegal students conjuring up badges? Wouldn't that be funny?
No,
Hey, you're
it'd
right.
be really worrying.
We'd have to get rid of them, wouldn't we?
We would. Isn't that right, Otto? And the shield golem in the corner just kind of looks in your general direction and wob wob wob.
Reggie Rock sounding motherfucker.
Yup. All of my shield golems sound like Regirock.
Well, you have a plentiful night, and do be careful out there.
What does a plentiful night mean? I
Your
hope you
belly
have
is-
a lot of nights.
No, your belly is not empty kind of deal.
Oh, I was gonna say there's like 365 of them a year. I'd say that's pretty plentiful. Anyway, bye.
Man, you
goodbye.
really do have to be from the academy to understand all this talk.
Sorry,
two down.
what was the guy's name? Cogsworth?
So that's the divination teacher, is Cogsworth B. Copperpot.
Mr. Copperpot was my old teacher, and he wasn't really all there mentally because he kind of saw the future and couldn't tell what is now and the future.
Oh. Weird.
Yes, unfortunately I left due to family issues, so it's a bit of a long story.
Alright, I'm going to go see if that friend that I've met is able to speak with me, and I'll figure something out about where we're going.
Hey DM, I'm also gonna go speak with my friend.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, both of your people are where you had last seen them. And they are both willing to do the job for you. Milo, your people are going to charge. They're going to charge when you go in, and they're going to want a cut when you come out.
How much of a cut?
They want a 10% cut. In exchange for protection. Well, not protection, but protection from their gang. There might be other members of the Queen's Men that might want to rough you up. But you'll be safe from Blackjack Mel's gang.
And does that kind of have any sway if there's another gang there too?
So here's the thing. I have a list here of different gangs and how they, like, feel about each other, so it depends on which gang.
Gotcha.
It is shocking how in-depth this stuff is.
I'm going to accept their offer, and I'm going to take my cut out of the stuff we earned to give to them.
Very well. And Eddie, Ansem is willing to just do it. And he'll try to get you in tomorrow morning, before sunrise.
Where are we going?
I'll be watching on the south side of the wall. It's the closest one to here. It is about a 5-mile trek towards the city. There's a broken down part of the wall that I can sneak you through.
Is there like a landmark that I know which broken down part is?
Yes. There is large supporting towers on the outside of the wall that's meant to hold the wall up in the event of a siege.
Oh, a buttress.
That's the one. And it's next to one of those on the south side.
Cool. All right. We will be there.
Very well.
What's the initial cut they want, DM? Like, how much gold to get us in?
So they want 5 gold to get you in, and then a 10% cut of whatever you find.
I'll give them the 5 gold to start us off.
Okay. So you have 2 different groups leading the group in.
Can you tell that the people that they don't need to lead us in, so that way we don't have conflicting interests with that?
DM, can we do that and like tell them we'll meet them in there, right? Like a little past where we're gonna be meeting.
Okay, so you want to meet them already in the city?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Or I could go with them and then meet up with you guys.
Yeah.
Either way can be done.
Cool.
Just means that, so if you get jumped, Milo, unless they are also in danger, it's unlikely that they'll step in. And if the rest of you guys get jumped, it means that you'll be fighting without Milo until you guys meet back up inside.
We'll just meet up together. Like, I mean, we'll meet them in there is what I mean.
Okay, so
yeah, that works.
Yeah, so you'll all group up, and then you'll find them in there and be like, hey, we're here, don't kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. And with our plan to enter the city of Drakkenheim, that is where we're going to go ahead and call it for today. With the party leveling up to level 2.
Let's go.
Damn it!
You did your day.
You cooked him on the asking. How dare you?
How are we handling hit point level up? Are we doing average -1?
So, because we voted for hardcore,
Rollies?
it's rollies. Well, you can take average or you can roll. And if you roll a 1, then you get 1 reroll.
Okay.
If you get a second one, then you got a 1.
I always do average.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Oh, but maybe she should have.
Yep.
Mama should raid that
So
bitch.
the reason I take average on wizard because it's a 4.
Yo,
to begin
Yeah.
with, and so
Wait.
it's already like really good.
Nice. Copy, claim, and rename. Let's go.
I'm
Huge.
gonna have to hide those, I guess.
I didn't even roll on that. This is my sheet. Hold up.
Yeah, it has your name on it. I think you changed your name at the bottom on accident.
No?
Where it says like what you're rolling, where you're rolling as, underneath the chat
yeah,
box.
Yeah, I see it now.
All
That's
right.
my bad.
So, welcome to Drakkenheim. Hope you all enjoyed.
Yay!
I'm gonna find somebody to throw a raid out.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry for being
go.
quiet. I just am not feeling that well right now.
You're all good.
It's all good.
Where the fuck did I save this fucking homebrew?
I'm gonna
If I
throw the raid out to Ursa. He plays in my Wednesday games as Gil Merriman. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. You have a good night.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
chat. Everybody
Bye.
say bye to chat.
Hi, chat.
Bye,
Bye,
chat.
chat.
Bye,
I'll
chat.
miss you.
This
Bye.
chat will cost $3.50 for goodbyes.
Bye, chat.
Guess